Hello everyone, I hope you are doing well. This is Bunnyland. It is our channel for dealing with food sustainability. I have a channel called Money Matters with Budget B, and it's about food sustainability and financial freedom, but I didn't want to combine the two content because the audience may be completely different, so I am starting this channel to put on the gardening content. This is the 13th of March 2022. I am going to give an update of this garden, the Bunnyland. This is my bunny. His name is Elago. Hi Elago. His name is Elago. He normally chills in the garden. Surprisingly, he hasn't been chewing too many things. I just saw him nibbling on tomato leaves, and I also saw him nibbling on the marigold for some odd reason. So I'm just going to give an update. It's drizzling a little bit. I'm going to give an update of the garden. So basically we moved into this place, in this complex. We moved into this complex around the 10th or the 12th of January. So the garden is literally a few months old, and actually not a few months, less than 2 months old. So I'm gonna give an update of what we are growing here, and just also, you know, explain what we are planning to do. We're probably gonna live here for 2 or 3 years, it depends, but so far we like it. There's enough space for the bunny to actually roam around, and we also have a dog, but he's currently not here. And yeah, so to give it an update, I am growing an aloe vera. This is just a trial project that I'm doing. I currently have aloes on the farm, and I also have aloes here, so I'm just trying to see how it goes. The main aim of growing aloe is for my face and my hair. I recently cut my hair, so hopefully by the time it grows, my hair is back and I can actually use it as hair product. This is a mint plant. It's currently sunburned because it's been extremely hot. We haven't been getting any rain, but I'm hoping it revives soon. Then it's a basil plant that I have just for, you know, herbs, fresh herbs. Then we have spring onions here that we normally use when we make stir fry, and I have a little mango here, and these are my marigold. In between the marigold is also a mint, not also doing quite well because it's as equally sunburned as the other. And here I have some African eye bird chili. It was recently just transplanted, so this is less than a month old. Okay, so basically that's all we have on this front pouch of the house. Then here I have tomatoes. So I planted quite a lot of tomatoes, and some I gave away, some I wanted to throw away, but this ones I'm rescuing. I'm living in the small pots. I don't know if this actually is enough space for them to fruit, but they're actually flowering, so for that purpose I'm leaving them. Then I don't know if this is butternut or squash. It's actually drizzling. Can you see the water? So I don't know if this is butternut or squash, but nonetheless we'll find out as it grows. And then in here I have some green peppers and a mango plant. This is a guava that I got from my sister. It's quite also sunburned because it was extremely hot, but the pot that I'm planting it is also a bit small, so but it's actually better than what I found it. So I'm just trying to revive it. So you can see here there's new leaves because I actually did cut it so that it can actually start new leaves, so that's fine. This is also more green pepper. This is actually a hectic ceramic pot. These 2 ceramic pots I got from a friend as a gift a couple of years ago, and I always move with them whenever I go. So in this pot there's a lot going on, but hopefully the sunflowers will flower soon. And I can see this one is actually, there's actually green locusts that are, there you go, these green locusts that are eating my cabbage. So the sunflowers are actually about to flower, so maybe in the next 2 weeks or so we'll have sunflowers. But nonetheless, so there is sunflowers in here, so there's sunflowers in there. And then I have some green pepper here that I transplanted. This I didn't plant from seed, it was actually a seedling I bought. So it actually has quite a lot. At the moment it has 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 that are really big, and then it also still has the flowers that are actually coming up. So it's actually a quite packed, you know, sunflower. Then here it's my other aloe vera. So this aloe was not supposed to be in this pot, but the dog was actually, it was under, sorry, so my camera needs to focus, sorry. Okay, so now I'm focusing. So the aloe was supposed to be under that patch where the chili and the pumpkin or the butternut is, but the dog was trampling over it. And here's actually a logo nibbling on the flowers. I find it quite strange. There's a lot of things that he can eat in this garden. The only thing he decides to eat is the marigold. Can you imagine? Anyways, getting distracted. Back to my aloe. So I transplanted it from there to here so that the dog doesn't sit on it. Then I also have a chili plant here, and my husband threw in a mango seed that it actually has seedling, but this seedling needs to go out while it's still early so that it can go out. Then he also threw in some moringa seedlings. So he threw in some moringa seeds, and they are also doing quite well. Plus this mango is also doing quite well. And then I have another aloe here. So basically, if you see, this variety looks the same as the first pot, but it looks slightly off than this one. So basically this is this. Then we have more tomatoes here that are flowering. Then we have this we found as part of the property. So here we still have more green peppers and more green peppers, and I also still have more basil, and I have rosemary here and more chili here. If I put it closer, this chili is somewhat just shedding flowers, but I'm hoping it picks up soon. But if you can see there, if it stops shedding flowers, that means we're gonna have a bumper harvest of chili. So that's part of the second pot. So if I can give a bit of a view, focus, yes, so that's how it's look there. Then here I have some more tomatoes and more green peppers that I transplanted, plus there's African eye-bed chili that I transplanted recently. Here is actually a patch of green peppers. If I can move a bit closer, this green pepper, this I transplanted yesterday. I don't know if it's going to survive. Looks like it might die. It looks like it might survive. It was extremely hot, but if you can see, these ones are well adapted because they were transplanted long ago. This was transplanted more recently. So basically that's all we have here. So here there was also some green pepper, but the dog kept digging here, so we're not planting here because the dog needs the space. Just because it's under the shade during the day when it's extremely hot, he sits here. Then we have more tomatoes, and we have also this succulent that we found here on the property. It's actually not our house, it's a rented property. So yeah, we were given liberty to do whatever we want to do with this portion, but we mustn't remove this big palm tree. We're supposed to leave it there. Okay, so that's about it. Then here is my chili plant. I don't know what type of chili it is, but it's doing quite well. Still flowering. It is still flowering, and I have more tomato here. This I also found the previous tenant maybe threw seeds there, so it sprouted naturally. I don't know what it is. There's more of this that I can't remember if it's butternut, squash, pumpkin, not too sure. Time will tell. So basically, yeah, that's the part of the, so you can see it's a bit cloudy, so yes. Then here is my tomato plantation. We planted this from seeds, transplanted it into these bergs, and they are less than 2 months, but most of them are already flowering. If I get a bit closer, if you look here, I don't know, yeah, you can see it's most of them are flowering. But maybe let me find one that actually has flowers that popped, that have already popped. No, not on this side actually, only the other ones. But yeah, so basically that's the garden. Oh, okay, that's the garden. The camera is struggling to focus. So yes, it's really just a container garden because the space isn't so big. And yes, that's all we had from this episode. I am going to do another update soon, hopefully when the sunflowers are popping, when this has stopped shedding flowers, when there's a bit more greener pasture here, when this has actually spread its wings, when this guava plant has adapted, when the man has resurrected. And there is a lago again, and yes, it is goodbye. Thank you for tuning in.